Welcome and good evening. I'd like to call the June 27th, 2019 meeting of the Lenore County Public Schools Board of Education to order, and I will recognize Mrs. Herring for our invocation.
Thank you. Let us pray. May the word spoken in this room tonight be beneficial to the students, parents, staff, and administrators in our school system. And may we be led by the guiding principles to always base our decisions on the best interests of our young people. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Everyone, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I recognize Mr. Williams for our agenda tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's my honor and privilege to present to you for your consideration and hopefully approval tonight's agenda.
Motion to approve the board agenda as presented.
Second.
A motion by Mr. Hill and a second by Mr. Smith. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you. And I will forego the board chair comments tonight and turn it over to Mr. Williams again for his announcement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just have one announcement tonight. I'd like to commend all and to thank all of the staff members in our school system and our teachers and teacher assistants and the entire team, from bus drivers and social workers and nurses and assistant principals and central office staff members, the entire team who made the close of the school year so successful. We had a very smooth closing of the school year, one of the smoothest ones that I can ever remember, and it's a credit to every member of the team who worked so hard, and especially we want to thank our students. We certainly hope they have a great, safe, and happy summer break, and we'll be up and running. We're training. We already have teachers in training. We have some students in summer activities, and we have our STEM camps, as Ms. Herring reported on last month, and our Read to Achieve camps rolling. We're going, and some our teachers are in professional development. And then we have our administrative retreat in July and the board retreat in July, and we have our kickoff to the school year, which we're bringing back the big kickoff at Granger Stadium. We've not done a big countywide kickoff in a few years, but we're going to continue to do what we're doing at the schools, but we're going to have the big kickoff as well. So we're excited about that, but we thank everybody and hope they have a great summer.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Any public comments? No public comments? And we have no presentation items tonight, so we'll move right into our action portion of our agenda, and we'll start with the 2018-19 budget amendment. Mr. Adams.
Thank you. Good evening, board members.
Amen.
Budget amendment number 5 is being used to revise the working budget of Lenore County Board of Education to reflect the changes that have occurred throughout the fiscal year. You'll see in the background information a list of the funds and reasons for these amendments. I'd be happy to answer any questions as you review the document and the attached background information.
We have a motion to.
Motion to approve the 2018-19 budget amendment as presented.
We have a motion by Mr. Hill.
Second.
Second by Mr. Woods. Do we have any discussion, any questions? If not, all in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand. Thank you. Mr. Adams, we'll stay with you, and 2019-20 interim budget resolution.
Yes, sir. The 2019-2020 interim budget is prepared in order to continue fiscal operations beginning July 1, 2019 until an approved state budget resolution is passed and a subsequent board budget resolution for the 19-20 school year. The interim budget is based on 25% or 3 months operating of the most recent approved budget amendment 5.
Move to approve the interim budget resolution.
I have a motion by Mr. Smith. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Davis. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay, thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Mr. Adams. Our next item is our AIG plan for 2019 through 2022. Mrs. Lynch.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tonight, I'm seeking approval of the Lenore County Public Schools AIG plan. This plan is submitted to the board every 3 years per NCDPI requirements. I presented you with a summary of the plan revisions, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Any questions for Mrs. Lynch? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept the AIG plan as presented.
Motion to approve the 2019 through 22 AIG plan as presented.
I have a motion by Mr. Hill. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Davis. Any further discussion? All in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we'll recognize Mr. Williams now for our board meeting dates for 2019-20.
Yes, sir. Members of the Board of Education, we were presenting the board meeting dates for 2019, 2020 for your consideration and hopefully your approval.
That, July 8th meeting. Was that not the one that we were gonna move?
No, we discussed that and decided that we moved a lot of the agenda items from this meeting to that meeting.
Yeah, we said we'd try to keep this agenda a little bit
So we
shorter.
discussed it. Who discussed it?
The board discussed it. You all
In closed
discussed
session back there, whenever, was it out here, whenever we did?
it. Mhm.
Okay. Oh, we had moved that one.
And Jesse has researched, as you see on there, some of the board meeting dates that needed to be amended. She tried to make the notes on there. I told her to put that at the
Yeah.
bottom. And she's researched the dates of the conferences that you all normally attend, from the School Boards Association State Conference in the fall to the January conference, legislative conference with the National School Boards Association, and then the spring conference. So she's tried to work around those dates. So you'll see some changes in there that reflect that. But we
One
tried-
line of correction, doesn't change the dates on top, but Monday, September 2nd is actually Labor Day. The 2 asterisk. Doesn't change anything on top.
Thank you, Mr. Poe. Any questions or discussion on our calendar? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept the,
Motion to approve the board meeting dates as presented.
Second.
we have a motion by Mr. Bogan, we have a second by Mr. Hill. There's no further discussion. All in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you. And we have one more action item, surplus items. That be you, Mrs. Hagan?
That is me. Thank you very
Okay,
much,
great.
and we'll take care of that. We have 3 items this evening that have been submitted for your approval to be deemed as surplus. Any proceeds derived shall be returned to the respective departments. We have some technology discards and a milk box from Woodington and a warmer from Northwest. So, any questions? Conviction.
Just a few items there. No questions, any discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the inventoried items as surplus and sell the proceeds returned to the appropriate department.
A motion by Mr. Bogan,
Second.
second by Mr. Woods. All in favor? for selling the surplus items, please raise your right hand. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Mrs. Herring. And now we'll entertain a motion to move into closed session.
I move that Lenore County Board of Education go into closed session under North Carolina General Statute 143-318.11 to prevent disclosure of confidential personnel files, to discuss with the board's attorney in order to preserve the attorney-client privilege and consider matters relating to the initial employment of an individual employee.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Hill, second by Mr. Davis. All in favor of going into closed session, please raise your right hand. Okay, we voted.
We're gonna consult with the board attorney, she ain't here. They're gonna consult with her.
Well, that's what I was working on.
Where's our attorney?
We'll check.
Okay. All right. All right, we're back in open session.
Motion to approve the personnel report and addenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Hill, and we have a second by Mr. Smith. Any further discussion or questions? If not, all in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you, gentlemen. If there's nothing further, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman, I move we adjourn.
Second?
Mr. Anderson has the motion to adjourn. Mr. Bogan has the second. There's no further discussion. All in favor, please raise your right hand. All right, thank you.
All
We're adjourned.